Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. And throughout the years, you go to the grocery store, watch commercials on television, a familiar name surfaces on television, in the grocery store. Betty Crocker, known for various products that are made, cakes, mix, cookie mix, etc. And one question that comes up a lot of times was who was Betty Crocker? Who is this woman? What who they there would be a picture on the products of Betty Crocker. As a matter of fact, the woman picture changed throughout the years. Here's one that came out in 1936. And that picture was around for around almost 20 years before they changed it, and they came up with a new one in 1955. And this was Betty Crocker. Came up with the version where they had her smiling. Then there was a 1965 and 1969 portrait that was done by Joe Bowler, a noted magazine illustrator, and he did both of these pictures of Betty Crocker. I do remember vaguely seeing pictures of Betty Crocker on the products, and it seems like maybe the one on the 1965 version was maybe the one I saw as a kid. I don't remember for sure. But they gave her more business-like appearance. Then we go to the 1980 version. Yeah, I don't really remember these versions afterwards. I just remember as a kid wanting my mother to make cookies or cake, so I would grab the box off the shelf and ask my mother, "Can we buy this?" And a lot of times, I believe on the back of the product, the back of the box, they have a picture of Betty Crocker. I think that 1965 one was probably the one that I saw. I don't remember this one. But then this is after I graduated high school, and I wasn't into baking or anything, so I wasn't buying this product or really paying attention to the Betty Crocker women. If I did buy the product, I might have bought it for blueberry muffins. Then we have a 1986 version of Betty Crocker. I didn't realize that there were that many images of her. I don't remember this one either. Professional looking woman. Rather than shooting this one again, I'm gonna correct something. I was looking again at this, and I think I got these years. I got these women mixed up chronologically a little bit. This 1972 version of Betty Crocker. This is a 1980 version of her. Okay, this is the 1986 version of Betty Crocker. I don't remember this one either. And the 1996 version of Betty Crocker. I don't know if this is still on the boxes or not. I have bought the product, but I haven't really been paying any attention to the whether there's a picture or not. I'll look next time I buy one. I'm just out of curiosity for myself. because I'm curious if they still have the pictures of Betty Crocker. But anyway, that question came up as to who this woman was. And actually, there was no Betty Crocker. So this Betty Crocker is a fictional character. There was no actual woman that was with a company named Betty Crocker. Her most recent portrait was painted in 1996 to celebrate her 75th birthday. A little history. 1921, Saturday Evening Post was invited by the Washburn Crosby Company, the parent company of Gold Medal Flour, to complete a jigsaw puzzle and mail it for a prize. The advertising department got it more than expected. In addition to contest entries, customers are sending in questions asking for cooking advice. Betty's name is invented as a customer service tool so that she can return letters to the company's mostly male advertising department sent in response to these queries would seem more personal. It also seemed more likely that the mostly female customers would trust a woman. Betty was chosen because it seemed friendly and familiar, while Crocker honored a former executive with that last name. Her signature came next, chosen from among an assortment submitted by female employees. As Betty became a household name, the fictional cook and homemaker received so many letters the other employees had to be trained to reproduce the familiar signature. Betty eventually became a cultural juggernaut, a media personality with a radio show and a vast library of publications to her name. I just came across this, and this is another image of a Betty Crocker on cooking instructions, and I don't know, it doesn't look like these others, but that I was showing you, but maybe it is one of the. It must be one of the Betty Crockers. Don't know which one though. And a red spoon logo was introduced by General Mills with her signature, placing it on Gold Medal flour, Bisquick, and cake mix packages. Portrait of Betty Crocker, first commissioned in 1936 and revised several times since, appears in printed advertisements and product packaging. The Betty Crocker logo still being used, I believe. So the Betty Crocker name came from William Crocker. And he was a Washburn Crosby company director. And to honor him, that's how Crocker name got on the product. That's when they came up with the name Betty Crocker. So Betty Crocker actually never existed. There was no woman. There was a Betty Crocker. It was just a name that they came up with to make the product, I guess, more appealing to women, and thus sell the product. And that's what I was able to find out on Betty Crocker, and I do still buy the product sometimes when I go shopping. And with that being said, I'm looking for more ideas on things to do on my show. Like I said, my show is about preserving history, mainly obscure aspects of history, and this is another one of the obscure aspects. Probably obscure to some people, maybe not as obscure to others. And as always, like, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching.